Let me try this real quick. All right, let me try. I just tried it again, Julie. Let me know. There's one more button here I just pushed, and I'm hoping it made me live. Yeah, check it and see here. There's one more button on the main event page that I just clicked. Still says my stream is good, health is good, and it says I'm live at this moment, so it may take a second to load. I guess that doesn't work when I told people to let me know if it was working through text and gave my number. If they don't hear me on the thing, they give me their... So I was like, let me know if you can't hear me, but that doesn't work if you can't hear me, does it? Minor detail, right, Debbie? Tell me if you can't hear me. I'm getting no feedback. I must be fine. Any joy there? It says it's going. Stop streaming. It says I'm 54 seconds in. Yeah, I tried to get Troy Stout to check on me from the Gilbert High School, but I didn't get a chance to get him the answer. So it should be on. It said it's streaming. It says live. It says good. I think I've got my voice on too, so you guys can hear me if you were. You hear it coming through? Here I am from the County Sports Complex. Can you hear me now? Oh, it won't be anything to see. There'll just be the Gilbert symbol. I can't video it. They will not let us do video at the state, but I have an audio. So all I have up basically is the Gilbert G, and then I can do audio. But there won't be any video, but you should hear audio. Okay, let me know. I'll keep going, and I'll watch myself here a little better. Voice is on. Okay, very good. Well, thanks, Stuart. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So we're back here live, I think, to County Sports Complex in Des Moines, Iowa. Apologize for that. I was asking for feedback on how the broadcast was going. And, of course, if you couldn't hear me, you couldn't hear it. So this is great. So I have feedback now that I am on the air. A few different people say it's working now, which is great. Good. So apologize to all of you coming in live here. We're at 32 minutes left in the first half with Gilbert playing Davenport Assumption on field number 7 at County Sports Complex in Des Moines, Iowa. Behind me is the Iowa City-Regina game. Regina scored about a minute into the game, so they're up 1-0 with 27 minutes left in the first half of their game. Here on this field, we are on field number 7. They're just the smallest little bleachers. It's basically kind of one of those old traditional ones, those of you who've played soccer and had different students play soccer, where you mostly have your lawn chairs and you sit up. So right now, Gilbert is going right to left on your YouTube dial. Right to left, Gilbert defending the south goal. Davenport Assumption, of course, defending the north goal. Ball right now down in the Gilbert end, towards the Gilbert goal. Davenport on the attack. Moving outside, so Gilbert back in deep. Jason Taylor heading back now to put a little pressure on. So I'll try to work in the Davenport Assumption team names with their numbers. I have their numbers in front of me. I don't know the players there, obviously, as well as I know Gilbert. So I'll try to pick them up when I can as the game's going. Ball set, reverse back to Davenport, now on the Davenport end of the field, just past the half line. Now number 18 from the Knights. Nick Burkhart taking it down, sends it deep down to his player in the end. Cross all the way across on the far side of the field. Down deep, Christian Graber steps in and picks the ball up. Not really a shot on goal. So far, there's been one shot on goal by Davenport Assumption. Gilbert has not had a shot on goal yet. So we're still waiting for their first effort. Gilbert has had it down, had a couple reasonable looks at the field. Ball comes down to Jack Dresser. Jack sends it across to Carter Weary. Carter tries to get it down to Jason Taylor. Intercepted by Davenport Assumption, who sends it back into the middle of the field. Jace Brandenburg with the header, trying to keep it back on the Davenport side. Now we're on the Gilbert half. Davenport Assumption with the attack. Send one into the center. Too deep. Christian Graber with the grab. Caught one out in front of the goal. Not a shot on goal. A shot towards the goal. So Graber now with the kick. Graber's football-style kicks across the midfield. Knocked out of bounds by Assumption. So Gilbert will have a throw on the far sideline at what I would call about the 35-yard line. Jeff Rudman going over there to throw it in. Jack Gustafson, Michael Gustafson coming in for Carter Weary and Jack Dresser, giving them a little blow here. I don't have the temperature up, but I'm guessing it's probably in the lower to mid-80s. Not much wind, so it is pretty hot here at this time. Good throw, goes down deep. Jason Taylor has the ball in front of the Davenport goal, trying to make a play out, kicked out by Davenport, so it looks like Gilbert will have a corner. Luke Campbell will take that corner on the far side of the field, the far corner, far left-hand side of your YouTube dial there. Everybody coming down. Kenyon O'Brien and Jake Caroline will stay back. The rest of the Gilbert team coming down into the goal area. Brendan Blowbaum about midfield. Luke hits it, didn't quite get it high enough. Headed out by Davenport. Blowbaum comes in. Sends it back to Jack Gustafson. He can't get there. Davenport will control it, moving away from their goal. Davenport with the ball, number 22, Trent Fitzpatrick. Moving down the field, kicked it out of bounds off Gilbert, so Davenport will have a throw. Coming from the far side of the field, just past the midfield stripe. Number 14 for Davenport with the throw. That is Jordan Kent. He's a sophomore. Jordan throws it down. It's intercepted by Jack Gustafson. Jack sends it down to Michael. Michael does a little tip. Sends it across. It's going to bounce off of Davenport. Will be a throw for the Tigers. Jason Taylor, Michael Gustafson down on the side. Jack Gustafson coming down. Throw will come from Jeff Rubin on the far side of the field. Jeff with the throw down inside, just inside the goalie box. Headed nicely by Jack Gustafson, and I've got a call. Looks like they made a... Jack may have been offside, it looks like. So the kick will come from Davenport. Ball sent out about midfield. Jeff Rudman headers it back into the Davenport side. Ball sitting right over 50. Little battle going for the ball. Davenport touches it away from Luke Campbell. Now sends it down deep. Jake Caroline kicks it out of bounds. There'll be a throw coming for Davenport just past the midfield stripe. Heading towards the Gilbert goal on the south side of the arena. Moving left to right on your YouTube dial. 27 minutes, 36 seconds left. Score is still 0-0. I mentioned it before. I don't think I was broadcasting. Davenport has a kind of a funny throw. They're not throwing it with two hands equally across the top. They kind of throw it more with one hand than the other. At least the gentleman that I've been watching is doing that. No call so far, so we'll see if that factors in later in the game. Michael Gustafson with the steal from Davenport, taking it down the field now. Looking for Jason Taylor, sends it back to Jason across, a little behind Jason, but nice job, gets it across the side. Jason in the middle of the field, about the 30, sends one down deep. Davenport could reflect it. Back now, end of the midfield. Number 9 takes it back for Davenport. Sends a long ball past Kenyon O'Brien, number 22. That's Trent Fitzpatrick for the Knights. Kenyon on defense. Kenyon battling with Trent. Trent sends it back to his player, number 2. Luke Campbell steps in now. Battling with the ball right at the midfield now. 18 sends it back down into the Gilbert zone. Ball now with Trent Fitzpatrick again. He sends it across. Deflected by Jason Taylor. Jason all over the field right now, as he usually is. Gets the ball now. Luke Campbell has it. Luke sends one down, trying to get Michael Gustafson. Michael couldn't quite get to it before it went out of bounds. There'll be a throw coming for Davenport Assumption. Throw by Nick Berthart. Number 2 is Jack McIntosh. Sends it across to number 13. That is John Bassier. Bassier sends up the left side now. On the far side of the field from us, about the midfield. Davenport moving across the Gilbert zone. Brandon tries to step in and take the ball. Can't. Ball still controlled by Davenport in the midfield. They send it deep. Jace Brandenburg intercepts it. Sends it over to Brandon. Brandon trying to get it to Luke. Can't quite get enough leg on that one. Ball now going the other way. Jake Caroline with the interception. Jake now to the midfield. Sends it across to Cale Klein. Cale with the ball. Taken away by Davenport nicely. Good defensive pressure by them. Kenyon O'Brien with the ball now coming down to the Gilbert end. Tries to come past the midfield. Taken away by Davenport there in the middle. Ball is set down into the Gilbert zone. Long. I think I lost my feed there for a second again. Hopefully I'm back up and live. So here we go again. Subs coming in for Davenport Assumption. Subs coming in for Gilbert. Zach Smith will come in and take out Brandon. Carter Weary will step back into the game as well. I did not see who went out for him. Gilbert with the goal kick by Jace Brandenburg. Nice ball to the midfield. Going slightly into the wind. The wind's kind of across from us right now. Kind of out behind me, coming in a little bit from the west. Maybe a little bit from the northwest. So a little bit in Gilbert's face. Not much of a factor here. Fairly light wind, but it is keeping the temperature down. 24 minutes left. I'm looking over at the Regina game. They're at 20:51 left in the half, and they have taken that timeout for the heat. So I'm assuming Gilbert will do the same thing. They take a water break about midway through each of the halves. So they must have had a good stopping point with 20:51 left. It's Iowa City, Virginia 1-0 over Trainer. Gilbert here with 23:48 left. Goal kick coming from Davenport Assumption. Number 13 kicks it out to the midfield. Cale Klein takes it. Being battled with by Davenport. Sends it back across to Jeff Rudman. Jeff sends it up to Zach. Zach back to Jace. Jace sets up. Sends a big ball over to Carter Weary. Davenport actually picks that one up. Number 11 from Davenport. Pretty quick. Bruce Bedewecki jumps in front of that. Ball going down deep. Davenport controlled it. Graber was trying to get through. Nicely got back by Jake Caroline. What a tremendous save. Christian Graber had come out to try to get to the ball. Got in a mix with his own player, which left Davenport open. Jake Caroline ran back in the net, dove, and was able to deflect the ball before it got to the goal. Davenport kicks it out. Looks like it's going to be Gilbert's throw here. Now on my side. Ball quickly back into the Davenport half. Kenyon O'Brien with the throw. Kenyon throws it down to JT. JT battling inside here with the Knights. Knights trying to send it back to the midfield. O'Brien sends it to Zach. Zach moving quickly. Sends it across to JT. Ball's good to go out of bounds. We get a corner kick there for the Tigers. Smart move by the goalie trying to save that ball. Ball was kicked, went off a Davenport substitute guy heading towards the end line. The goalie tried to run out the goal and save it before it went out of bounds, but he could not, so it went out of bounds, and we're going to have a corner kick from Carter Weary for the Tigers. Once again, Gilbert going right to left on your dial. We're down the left end of your YouTube broadcast. Ball on the near side, the near corner, with Carter Weary to take the kick. Carter sends it a little bit deep. Jace tries to get up, can't quite get high enough. Ball's rolling around in front of the net. Kicked out of there, header back by Jason Taylor. Now it's Cale Klein, sends it back to Jason. Battle still in front of the Davenport net. Ball's about midway, about 20. Oh, Davenport pulls it away now. Now Davenport with the run out. Davenport heading down. Nicely done by Jake Caroline to take it away about the midfield. Jake working it back up, looking to get it across. Tries to get it out to Cale, cannot do so. Now they're going to call a foul on Calendine. I think both players are going for the ball, but look, they thought Jake maybe not paying directly on the ball. Jace Brandenburg with the header in the mid. Davenport controls the ball on the midfield side. Now to the far end, in the Gilbert half, as Trent Fitzpatrick again with the Knights that has the ball. And Bruce Bitwayaki with the ball. Kenyon O'Brien has now pressure coming from him right away. Number 16 tried to, he sends it back to Carter. Carter Weary now sends it back. It's to Zach Johnson. Zach does a nice job of bypass the defender. Sends it across, trying to get it to Michael Gustafson. Michael Gustafson with the right foot. Now Jason Taylor with the ball on the wearway. Into the goal box. Tries to center it. Sends it across to Jack Gustafson. Jack trying to run it down. Jack keeps it in bounds. Jack now trying to move it on the far side of the field. Down inside the goalie box. Sends it across into Jason Taylor. Can't quite get it high enough. Headed out by Davenport. Now Michael with the ball. Battling over there on the far side is Michael. We got a hand call. Looks like he called Gustafson for contact on that one. Once again, both players seemingly going for the ball, but a call against Gilbert, so there'll be a kick here for Davenport coming from their own inside the goal box. Short kick out to the defensive line. Moving it down the field on the far side. Now to the midfield. Jeff Redman steps in, takes the ball away, tries to get it to Jason Taylor. He can't. Davenport with a long kick coming from the defender. Jason Brandenburg with the header. Now on the 50-yard line. Davenport just grabbed control from Zach. Kenyon O'Brien takes in, steps up, takes it away. Carter Weary now in the midfield. Sends it deep. Trying to get it to Michael Gustafson. Gets headed out by Davenport. Zach Johnson now in the center of the goal, about the 20. Zach sends it across to Weary with the shot here. Weary takes the shot. Deflected and knocked down by the Davenport goalkeeper. Nice ball, nice look by Carter. Took a second to line it up. Shot directly on goal. Well played by the keeper. His kick goes out past the middle. Past the 50, number 16, and Jeff Rudman battling for it. Number 16 is Peter Schumacher. Ball will go out of bounds. With that, we have 19:25 left. They are going to take their water break now. Give the Tigers a chance and the Knights a chance to get some water, take a break. I see that Davenport has a couple tents as well set up here, which is good for their young men as they come out to the sideline. They have the towels and the ice water, and of course the water itself, trying to cool everybody off. So 19:25 left, 0-0, tie ball game. Probably the closest to a score came from Davenport. Had probably the best shot on goal. Carter Weir had a reasonable shot there on goal as well. That's well defended by the Davenport goalkeeper. The Knights are playing again behind me. 19:28 left in the first half for them. And they are winning 1-0. I'm looking down. Looks like Nevada. I got to figure out who's home in that game. The field number 6 that I could just see the scoreboard is 1-0 home team with 24 minutes left. So give me a second and see if I can tell you who that. I think that it would be Nevada. No, Nevada would be the visiting team. They're number 7. So that's probably Williamsburg. The number 2 seed is up 1-0 over Nevada with 23:43 left in the half for them. So Iowa City Regina leads Trainer 1-0 with just under 20 minutes left. Williamsburg leads Nevada 1-0 with just over 23 minutes left. Here we have Gilbert and Davenport Assumption are 0-0 at the time being. And I cannot see the score of the Des Moines Christian Iowa Mennonite Kelowna game. If I can get that at halftime, I will do so. Beautiful day down here in Des Moines. A little bit warm for the day, but beautiful blue skies. Few clouds up there. Wind out of the north to northwest. So it's keeping it from being completely oppressive if there was no wind. Gilbert right now working to move the ball and get a little bit more of an aggressive stance going right now. They've, as I said, I think Davenport has kind of equaled this a lot of times in our games this year. Gilbert has done an excellent job of keeping the ball on the opponent's end. I would say it's probably 60-40 or so right now where Gilbert's had a little bit more control. Davenport doing a lot more long kicks, sending the ball deep into the Gilbert zone without as much advance there. So we'll see how that continues to play out as the game progresses. Once again, this is Pat Starr coming to you live from County Sports Complex in Des Moines, Iowa. My complete thanks to Troy Stout and Trent Becker, who got everything set up and organized for me, especially Troy, who did the extra work and time and effort to get everything set up and prepared for us so we could do this broadcast from here today. And if you have any feedback, my cell phone is 515-450-7512. The wind is mostly at my back, so I think I can deflect it from my headpiece. Hopefully you're able to hear me clearly. I may have to try to find some way to deflect it because I can hear a little bit of wind in the mic now, so it's coming up a little stronger now as the day and the game progresses. So once again, Pat Starr coming to you from County. I've been blessed to be able to do this for the Gilbert teams the last couple of years. Very honored to do that. I think all of you who know me know of my love for the Gilbert fan base and the team and what great young men and women they are. I couldn't be more blessed to be part of the community and very much inspired by the gentlemen and the ladies, the way they play the game, the way they play with honor and integrity. Most games you'll see the Gilbert people are the ones picking the people up off the field. If somebody goes down, trying to play the game right, which I greatly appreciate. They play it hard and they play to win, but they also are very sporting in the way that they approach the game. So credit to Gilbert for that. So we're at 0-0 here, 19:25 left in the first half. Bill Gilbert going right to left on your YouTube dial. Just getting the water break done. The team's walking back onto the field here. Looks like there'll be a throw for Gilbert. Looks like Jeff Rudman will throw it at the far end of the field to get us started again here with 19:25 left. Gilbert defending the south goal, Christian Graber down there, and Davenport Assumption defending the north goal. Kind of the traditional team out there for Gilbert. We have Jeff Rudman, Jake Caroline, Jace Brandenburg, Kenyon O'Brien. On the one side, on the one end, we have Carter Weary. We have K.O. Klein, Zach Smith. Right now we actually have a couple subs in. Noah Millhouse is in as well, battling for the ball here. Ball in front of me. Then we have Jack Dresser and Trying to think who else I had. Jack and Michael Gustafson in right now. So Jason Taylor is out for the time being. Luke Campbell's coming in. He's going to step in for Jack Gustafson. So now we have Dresser, Smith, Millhouse, and Weary at the front line. We have Klein, Campbell in the mid, Brandenburg, Rudman, Calendine, and O'Brien and the defensive side, and Christian Graber in goal. Ball now on the far side, throw coming for Davenport Assumption in the Gilbert half, coming about midway through the half of the Gilbert side. Throwing from the near side, ball goes into Davenport. Jake Calendine steps in front. Jace Brandenburg tries to deflect it. Davenport still controlling the ball in front of the net. Sends it back deep. Now Jack Dresser trying to take it out of the midfield. Davenport working around, takes a long shot. Shot out there, probably from about the 30, 35. Easily handled by Graber, but he had an opening. He took it from a long ways out. Graber with the punt. Ball goes down. Jack Dresser sends it into the Davenport end. Davenport with a long kick sends it back into Gilbert. Will go out of bounds. Will be a throw for Gilbert coming from just inside their side of the half. More subs coming in. Brandon Blowbaum coming in to give Kale a blow. So Kale Klein coming to the sideline. Nice job by Kale working out there. Brandon coming into the mid. So Jeff Revin with a throw. Nice long throw by Jeff. Goes deep into the Davenport end, probably about the mid. Ball still on the Davenport end. Millhouse with control. Millhouse tries to send it back to Dresser. Dresser tries to get back to Millhouse. Goes off Davenport. Dresser trying to control it. Deflects it off of Davenport. Will be Gilbert's throw on the far side of the field. Carter with a throw to Jack. Zach Smith sends it back to Carter. Carter sends it across, trying to get to Luke Campbell. Headed out by Davenport. Ball's in the deep side near the Davenport end. Noah Millhouse battling for the ball. Kick goes all the way out to Jeff Rudman about the midfield. Jeff sends it back to Luke. Davenport steps in between Luke before he can get to the ball. Ball bouncing away. Kenyon O'Brien gets it. Sends it deep into the Davenport end. Luke Campbell with the chase. Ball coming back. Zach Smith and Kenyon O'Brien. Ball goes out against South Davenport. There'll be a throw coming for Gilbert. Kenyon O'Brien here on the near side. Throws the ball to Millhouse. Millhouse deflects it back into the Davenport end. Brandon Blowbaum trying to run it down. Sends it across to Carter Weary. Carter Weary to Zach Smith. Zach Smith pops it outside of the far side deep to Jack Dresser. Jack Dresser turns it down into the corner. Jack sends it across, tries to center it. Deflects off a Davenport man out of bounds. Goalie again trying to save it before it went out of bounds out the back end line, but it couldn't do so, so there'll be a corner coming for Gilbert. Looks to me like it will be, I'm trying to see if that's Carter. Carter Weary will take the corner, coming from the far corner, northeast corner of the field. Far corner to our left. He sends it across, going into Jack Dresser. Jack tries to deflect it. Didn't get a lot of height on it, but Jack battling with it. Davenport kicks it out again. Well, another corner for Carter. Good chance to take another run at it. Carter got a good look at the first one. With the wind, the ball kind of hooked a little bit farther away from the goal. I think that Carter would have liked. So Carter gets another chance here. Another shot at the goal kick from the far left corner. Davenport fills it. They got a sub coming in right now. Cal Klein coming in for Zach Smith. Nice job by Zach battling in there. So Kale coming in. And Carter Weary here now. So here comes Carter with the kick. Brandenburg crashing. Sends it. Ball hooked out a little bit farther. Jace Brandenburg gets a chance. Kicks it right at the goal. Well covered by the keeper. Started the bounce free. Brandon Blowbaum trying to pick it up on the deflection, but the goalkeeper pulled it back in again. Nice ball by Weary. Nice ball by Brandenburg for the try for the goal. Now with the kick, the goalie from Luke Campbell trying to battle with the ball at the midfield off the kick. Brandon has it. Brandon sends it down, trying to get the Dresser. Davenport intercepts it. Ball going back the other way. Back at the midfield. Davenport moving towards the Gilbert end. Right around the midfield. Noah Millhouse coming after it. A little confusing here because there's whistles on fields beside us. They're quite close together. I heard a whistle earlier. I thought there was a call. There was nothing. So the ball is still moving. Davenport with the ball on their end. Sending it around kind of in the midfield line. Working it slowly up the field. Back and forth. Making a run, trying to get by Jeff Rudman, steals the ball. Nope, stolen back by Davenport. Davenport now running out on the far side. Tries to send it into the center. Jace Brandenburg gets it. And I think we have a call. It might be against Rudman. Took out the leg. So, yeah, we're going to have a kick for Davenport. I I'm assuming it's going to be a direct. A little hard to see from where I'm at. I'm on the far side, so I'm about the 25-yard line. On the far side of the field, Davenport has the ball about the 25 of Gilbert on the far side of the field. So the far side, about the 25 with a kick towards the goal coming from Davenport. Referee lining up the Gilbert players as the 12 yards they need to be away from the kick. And he's got a direct kick on goal here coming towards Graber. Sends it, gets it a little bit up. Christian Graber steps out and catches it. Ball right on line with the goal, a little bit soft. Very good kick though, right out the box. Graber steps up and pulls it in. Graber now with the kick. Sends a high one. The wind's caught that one a little bit. Gets it back to Noah. Noah deflected gently to Jack. Jack sends it down deep. Goalie coming out to get it just at the top of the box and picks it up. So the keeper has it going the other way now. His kick carries about the 50. A lot of people there. Fitzpatrick misses it. Goes over his head. Rubman steps into it. Tries to get it. Trying to keep it in bounds. Sends it back inbound just inside. But Davenport now has the ball. Takes it back from the Tigers. They're running with it. Brandenburg. Jake Counterline sends it. Blowbaum tries to step in. Davenport takes it back. Ball bounces off Blowbaum's hip. Now Noah Millhouse fighting for it. Noah can't quite get there. Davenport going the other way. Good hustle by Noah. Noah takes it away. They do call a foul on Millhouse. A little bit too much contact there without achieving the ball, I guess. So Davenport kicks it really quickly, actually. Touched by Davenport, tries to deflect it. Jace Brandenburg tried to get a header on it, couldn't quite get it. Rolled back to the goal. Graber with the easy grab. So the ball with Graber right now in the Gilbert end. Graber with the football-style punt. Out about to the mid. Dresser trying to get it. Number 13 made absolutely no chance at the ball. Just pushed Dresser out of the way. No call there. John Bassier. Ball now heading down to Gilbert. Quickly turned back around. Just a long kick deep down the field again. Graber gets it easily. Ball back to number 19 now for the assumption on the kick from Gilbert. That's Austin Andreessen. Hustling for right now is Cale Klein. Cale battling with the Knights. Luke Campbell now trying to step in and take the ball away. Can't quite do so. Brandenburg there with the header. Ball controlled by Fitzpatrick from Davenport. They take a little look. They're down inside the Gilbert end. Down about the 20. A lot of battling going on in front. Gilbert kicks it away. Now Davenport making a play for it. Sends it back deep into their own zone. Working around, passing around back on the defensive line for a while. Setting up their offense on the far side. Noah Millhouse running up and down the field, trying to make contact here. Nice job by Millhouse, working all across the field, chasing down the ball. Very, very well done. Ball now back at the mid. Back with the defensive line of Davenport. Now they're doing a little bit more of an offensive scheme, settling up, taking some time, passing the ball back and forth, looking into the offensive zone. Now a kick that goes down the field, stopped by Counterline, deflected out by Jace Brandenburg, but Assumption's there again, takes it back. They're moving it down the field again. Much more control than they have been. Got to give them credit. That was Nick Burkhart moving the ball down. Now the ball comes back. Gilbert sends it down to Millhouse. Millhouse back to Luke. Nice job by Davenport to step in. But yeah, shot alone. Christian Graber with a dramatic save there. Came flying out of the goal. Breakaway all alone. Davenport Assumption guys hit the ball outside of his own kick, and Graber came and got to the ball with about a foot to spare before the Davenport guy was able to take the score and the goal. So great control by Davenport there for a long time, and then they kind of stepped up and took it off. Ball goes across to Brandon now, so Gilbert has the ball about the mid. Doing the same thing, working across the field to Kenyon O'Brien. Kenyon sends it deep, tries to get it to Noah. He does. Noah now working to get the ball. That's number 18. Noah trying hard, gets back in there. Brandon's got the ball now. Davenport doing a nice job of playing defense here. Gilbert not getting any real clean looks at the goal at this moment. Rubman sends it down the field. It's going to go just out of bounds. Nice long blow there for Jason Taylor. Very well done. Still 0-0. Tigers was 9:34. Jason Taylor coming back in. I'm pretty sure he went out at the 20, got his drink, and rested up, and was out for a good 10 minutes there. Gilbert still 0-0. So Taylor back in there now, hoping to press the offense. Davenport with the throw, sends it across. They're working on the far side. They're about the midfield. Try a deep kick, as I mentioned before. They try to get it down there, send it down to Fitzpatrick for their team. Brandenburg steps in, takes it away. A lot of pressure. Davenport does do that, send it deep and run. Does it very well, actually. Gilbert steals it now, goes to Zach. Zach controlling, coming back. Good wheels on the side of Davenport. Good job by Zach to keep control of the ball. Sends it back to Jake Cowline. Jake at the midfield. Jake sends a long ball, trying to get it to Taylor. Can't quite get it, just about 2 inches too short. Number 20 from Davenport sends it back. Replied. Kenyon O'Brien takes it. Sends it back to Luke. Luke pops it across to Zach Smith. Zach. Oop. Zach and Luke kind of didn't know who was going to grab that ball, so he got taken away from him. Davenport now moving down the other end about the midfield. Passing it back and forth on the midfield line, sending it across. Gilbert falls back on D. Davenport with control of the ball and the Gilbert half. Ball comes across. Jason Taylor now back on defense. Davenport still playing with it about the midfield. Setting up their offense, taking their time again. This worked well from last time because they kind of moved it up and down. O'Brien attacking the ball. Davenport can't do anything with it. Kicks it, goes out of bounds off Gilbert. There'll be a throw coming for Davenport Assumption with 8:05 left in the first half. It is 0-0. 0-0. Throw goes in. Jake Cowline takes it away from Davenport. Zach Smith with it now. Zach sends it deep. Only person there, though, is Davenport. Number 14 from Davenport lets it go out of bounds at about the midfield. Davenport will have a throw coming from the midfield. Throw down just inside the Gilbert half. Carter Worry on defense. Now Zach on defense. Jack Dresser puts some pressure on number 13 from Davenport. He got a little nervous and sent it out of bounds. John Bassier. So Gilbert will have the throw coming from Jeff Rudman on the far side of the field inside the Assumption half. Ball stolen on the throw by Davenport. Now Davenport going the other way, trying to get control of it in the mid. Kale takes it back, sends it to Jeff. Jeff to Zach. Zach back to Kale. Kale will control over to Jeff. Jeff battling with the player here now. Looks back towards Kale. Kale has it moving out of this side. That's on the far side of the field. Now Kale over here to Kenyon O'Brien. Kenyon O'Brien taking a look. Sends it through to Jason Taylor. Nicely stepped into by the Davenport Assumption defense, number 19 from Davenport. Austin Andreessen stepped inside. Ball kicked out by Jack Gustafson, so it'll be a throw for Davenport. Just about at the mid. Nice long throw. O'Brien headers it off a foot of Davenport, so it goes out, and it's actually a Gilbert throw. Taylor with the ball, sends it behind himself. Taylor battling hard. Nice turn by Taylor. Sends it back. Stolen by Assumption. Stolen right back by Kenyon O'Brien. Ball goes to Calendine. Calendine trying to control it. We have a handball, I think, on Assumption. Inadvertent hand, but it's a handball nonetheless. So Gilbert with the ball. Jack Gustafson has it. Sends it over here to Cale Klein. Cale looking down at Jason. He sends it deep to... Oh, nice cross. Very good look by Cale. I did not see Carter Worry breaking deep on the right-hand side. Regina about to score down here. Had the breakaway behind me. Actually, this would be Regina. I'm sorry. Regina would be on the field 9, which is the far one. This one is the Iowa Christian. My apologies. That is not field 9 behind me. That's the field I was thinking was the other one. So that is actually Des Moines Christian behind us playing Iowa Mennonite, Kelowna. So that is the game where it is now 2-0. 2-0 as the Lions, Des Moines Christian Lions, have scored. 2-0 with 2:15 left in their half. We are here 0-0 with 5 minutes left in our half. Ball about the midfield. Kick coming from Jack Gustafson down to Jason Taylor. Jason controls it. Jason trying to get by. Does a nice job. Jack Gustafson fighting back. Pushed off the ball by number 20, Alex Kopel. Alex running back. Jack coming back against him. Jake Cowline steps in front, takes the ball as Davenport was trying to make a run out with it. To Cale Klein at the mid. Cale now controlling it. Looking where to send it back. Sends it back to Kenyon O'Brien. Kenyon steps up. Takes a look at Jack. Jack can't get there. Ball goes out. It'll be a Davenport throw coming. 4:20 left, 0-0. 4:20 left, 0-0. Davenport Assumption and Gilbert Tigers. Got a corner coming now for a throw-in. Sorry, I was trying to do both games at the same time. Couldn't do that. Ball goes out off the Assumption here. So Gilbert will have a throw. Nice throw by Kenyon down here to Jack Dresser. Jack turns it, takes a look, sends it a nice little pop kick to Taylor. Headed out by Assumption. Dresser with the ball again. Now Dresser with the break. Coming down. Dresser looking inside, does a nice little move. Crosses back and forth across. Centers in the middle of the field. Headed out by Davenport. Header going the other way. Jack Gustafson trying to get to the ball. Davenport gets it. Jack fighting for it. Ball going down now. Davenport taking it out. They had the ball deep in the Assumption end. Nice little leave to Zach Smith. Now coming back at the midfield. Gilbert reclaims the ball. Sends it back into their own zone just on the Gilbert half. Jeff Redmond with the ball. Jeff pops it back into the center. Goes to Jace. Jace takes a look at it. Sends it back to Jeff. Jeff looking down. Just on inside the Davenport half. Zach Smith with the ball. Zach now hits it down to Luke Campbell. Luke sends it down to Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor running down the sideline trying to get to the ball. And they're going to call Jason for contact on that one. A lot of contact, a lot of hand checking on both sides there. And call against Jason. So they get a kick. Jeff Redmond headers the kick back to Kale. Kale to Zach. Zach crossing it back. Zach in the center trying to get it over to Jason Kant. Davenport pushes him off the ball and gets it. Davenport now with the ball. A lot of contact there and no call from our side. Long shot by Gilbert coming from about the 20. And the ball goes deep into the brush by the river. So they're trying to get a ball. Ball went into the brush. And they're having a little bit of trouble finding it, so they came to get the ball from the near side here. 1:46 left in the half. A little bit of a delay there because of the ball missing in the deep underbrush. Kick coming from Davenport, goal kick. It is now about the center field. Davenport with control. Working it, loses control though. Luke Campbell takes it, sends it to Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor with a run out, going on the right-hand side deep. Kicked out of bounds by 14, but they say it went off Jason. So it'll be a throw for Davenport. 1:22 left. 1:22 left in the half. Davenport with a throw on their end of the field. In the at Davenport half. A lot of fighting going on, a lot of hand checking, a lot of leg checking going on. They call this one against Davenport. About the 28, took Jason Taylor out, took his legs out from underneath him. So it looks like Luke Campbell will have the kick with 55 seconds left. Gilbert gathering down by the goal here. Good opportunity for Gilbert to score. So Luke with the kick. Sends it deep, carries well. Jace Brandenburg trying to header it. Almost perfect. Jace Brandenburg at the height of his extension. Couldn't quite hit the goal. It took it off his hands at the top. Nice kick by Campbell. Nice try by Brandenburg. 6 inches shorter, I think we'd have a goal there. Now Davenport running the other way with 29 seconds left in the half. Jack Gustafson steals the ball from Davenport. Does a nice job of crossing it back across. Looks over, goes to Zach. Zach comes down. Zach going the other way. Needs to move, sends it down to Kale. Kale moving. 20 seconds left. Sends it down to Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor on the breakaway. Gets pushed by a guy from behind, number 13. No call again. Well, I kind of went dead there for a while. A lot of contact there. I think Jason Taylor kind of got knocked off the ball there. No call. And then their goalie picked it up, and their coach would tell them just to hold it and don't kick it with about 15 seconds left. They did have to kick it at the end, so it got it down to about 4 seconds left. We had to kick it to the mid. No real opportunity for Gilbert to turn it back around and score in that time. So we at the half here with the score Gilbert 0, Davenport Assumption 0. We were at the half in the game behind me, too. Sorry, the game that I told you was Regina, which it wasn't. We're at the half behind with the Iowa Christian game. Or Des Moines Christian, sorry. Des Moines Christian against Iowa Mennonite. Des Moines Christian is up 2-0 in that game. Trying to see the score. Looks like the Nevada game is now tied up 1-1 with 3:55 left in the first half. So Davenport has come back to tie it 1-1. Nevada, sorry, has come back to tie it 1-1 against Williamsburg. So let's see if I can do this without messing things up. Gilbert 0, Assumption 0. 10 minutes left at halftime. So we're at halftime with 10 minutes to go here. Williamsburg and Nevada is all tied up 1-1 with 3 minutes left in the first half. Des Moines Christian and Kelowna are scores 2-0. Des Moines Christian over Kelowna with about 6 minutes left in the half. And then the main field event, the main event with Iowa City, Virginia, I cannot see that board, so I will go take a quick break. I will try to see if I can't find the score for that game and give that to you as I come back. Thank you. You're listening to Gilbert Youth Sports on the YouTube channel here. Once again, my thanks to Trent Becker and Troy Stout for getting the equipment and the gear, and Troy especially for getting the YouTube broadcast set up. And we'll be talking to you again here in just a few minutes. Pat Starr back with you here. We have 37 seconds left in half, for the halftime. I did walk over to check out the Iowa City-Regina score. Regina is up 2-0 right now. 2-0 as they were at halftime as well. So right now, Iowa City-Regina had 2-0 over Trainer. Gilbert and Assumption are tied 0-0. Williamsburg and Nevada are tied up 1-1. And Des Moines Christian is beating Iowa Mennonite Kelowna 2-0 as well. So 2-0 games, the Regina game and the Des Moines Christian game. And then Gilbert and Assumption tied up 0-0, and Nevada and Williamsburg are tied up 1-1. So Assumption only had the ball to start the half. They are now moving right to left on your YouTube dial. They're defending the south goal. Gilbert defending the north goal. A little bit of the wind coming with him. Jace Brandenburg has the ball now at the mid to Brandon. Brandon back to Jeff Rudman. Nope, to Kenyon O'Brien. Sorry, Kenyon tries to get it at the corner where he can't. Ball taken away by Assumption, kicked out of bounds. Will be a throw for Gilbert coming from the far side, about the midfield. Kenyon O'Brien with the throw. Kenyon throws across Dresser. Dresser with the header inside the Jason Taylor. Jason trying to move in the middle of the field. Taken away by Davenport. Long kick goes out. Jake Counterline battling with the Assumption offensive man. Counterline sends it down to the mid. Assumption gets control on the Gilbert half. Brandon steps in, takes it away, sends it across now. Goes out of bounds off of Dresser on the far side. There'll be a throw coming for Assumption at the mid on the far side. So ball about the mid, now into about the 30. Ball kicked out of bounds by Gilbert. So throw coming for Davenport on the far side in the Gilbert half. Counterline steps in, kicks it away, goes to Brandon. Being battled for by Davenport. Davenport takes it back. Kenyon O'Brien with the ball. Young man for Davenport, number 10, battling very hard. Number 10 being Sam Moore. Didn't see much the first half. There's a ball. He's offside. Had a lone offensive guy back against Christian. Ball kicked over the top to him. He was going in towards the goal, but he was offside, well ahead of the Gilbert defensive line. Kick coming for Gilbert from the top of the box. Jace Brandenburg, number 22, with the kick. Coming from the half circle of the penalty kicks, going the other way. Jace kicks it down to Jack Dresser. Jack Dresser sends it across. Ball goes by the goalie. He loses control of it. He can't get it. It comes out of the box. He sends it deep with just a regular kick. Taken by number 6 from the Knights, trying to keep it in bounds. Sends it back to Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor can't quite intercept it. Davenport sends it back the other way. Now Davenport coming down with it. Ball taken away by Luke Campbell, sent out of bounds. Will be a throw coming for Davenport Assumption. Throw down goes in to number 6 from Davenport. Sent by Luke, tries to go the other way. Luke crosses it. Stolen again by Davenport Assumption. Now Davenport at the midfield coming into the Gilbert end. Battle back by Brandon. Brandon sends it back to Kenyon O'Brien. Kenyon tries to get it forward again to Kale. Kale goes off to Carter. Carter tries to go to Dresser. Davenport steps in and takes the ball at the mid. Still at the mid. A lot of activity at the midfield stripe. Ball back to Jace Brandenburg in the defensive end. Jace goes over to Jeff Rudman on the Gilbert half. Jeff tries to send it deep to Luke. Just a little bit too much. The wind couldn't quite bring it back in. Jeff kicked it up into the wind, trying to get it to play. Went out of bounds. A throw from Davenport went out of bounds, or towards the out of bounds line. Jace Brandenburg tried to kick it back, but it went out of bounds off of him. So Davenport with a throw, coming about 35-yard line. The throw goes down to Davenport here. He can't control it and kicks it out of bounds, so it will now be a Gilbert throw. Jeff Rudman with a throw. Back to Jace Brandenburg. Ball down with Graber. Graber tries to send it across, and O'Brien can't go out of bounds. So it is a Davenport throw coming from the far side. Davenport controlling the ball in front of the Gilbert goal here. Running on the Gilbert end. Sends it across. Nice pass across. Jeff Rudman steps in, though, takes it away. Tries to get back. Goes to number 14 from Davenport, now running down the field. Jeff running with him. Nice little center back. Touched out by Jake Counterline. Jake battling hard. Number 22, Trent Fitzpatrick, sends it back to number 9 for Davenport. Taken away by Cale Klein. Cale sends it deep, trying to get Dresser on a run out. Dresser on the run, has the speed of it right now, gets the ball, makes start contact with number 19, Austin Andreessen. Takes the ball away, goes back to Cale. Cale now sends it back to Brandon. Brandon looking across to Luke. Luke steps inside, sends it in, can't quite get it through to Jack. Number 14 for Davenport with the ball right now. Jordan Kent sends it across to his mid. Send their deep ball. Racing off that. Now Fitzpatrick fighting with Jake Caroline. Jake kicks it away from Trent. It's going to go out of bounds, I think. Oh, no. Jake Caroline saved it. Nice job. Brandon over to Carter. Carter back to Brandon. We're in the Gilbert half. Sending it toward the midfield. Davenport takes it away at the mid. Now heading into the Gilbert zone. Battling hard for the ball. A lot of contact both ways. Cale gets a control of it, sends it down, tries to get it to Jason Taylor. Jason out running, gets a chance at it. Goalie sends it, misses it. JT trying to get it. Goalie takes him out. And we have no call. Got to give the official credit. These are probably the least calls I've seen. I don't know that there needs to be a call, but a lot of times you'll see some of those calls and some of those contacts. There have been contacts both ways. Gilbert has made strong contact on the offensive player from Davenport, and there's been a number of times there's been contact made against the Gilbert player by a Davenport person, and no calls so far from the referees. It's one or two, actually. So ball in the Davenport half, but they're moving it towards the mid, trying to get it on the field towards the Gilbert end. Jeff Rudman steps in, goes out off Jeff. There's a throw coming for Davenport, throws it right back. So Davenport with control about the midfield, sending it into the front zone, trying to get it down the field. A little forward, sends the ball out. Jace Brandenburg takes it. A lot of contact again. Taken by Brandenburg. Number 6 kicks it. Ball goes out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be a Gilbert throw here on the sideline. Jeff Rubin with the ball. There is an injured Davenport guy, but he's back up, so they're not going to stop the clock to save him. Ball goes deep. Nice header by Jason Taylor, now going toward the Davenport Assumption end. Taylor and Dresser down deep. Davenport turns it around, tries to kick it out of bounds. Can't quite get it out there. It goes back inside. Zach Smith with the ball now, heading down. Sends it across to Carter Weary. Carter Weary on the offensive side. Carter trying to get it, taken out just as the goalie came to get it. Nice save by the keep. Ball on the Davenport end. 33 minutes left in the second half. 0-0 Davenport and Gilbert with the goal kick coming here. Goalie punts the ball out. About to the midfield, battling Jake Caroline and Trent Fitzpatrick from the Knights. Kind of goes down between. Zach Smith tries to take it. Now Davenport does have it heading into the Gilbert end. Tries to send one deep to Trent. Kenyon O'Brien making contact. A lot of contact between Fitzpatrick and O'Brien. Jace Brandenburg with the ball. Now taken back by Davenport. Davenport will have the ball with a throw on the far sideline. About the 25 is what I would call it. So Davenport, oh no, they called the kick, I'm sorry. I thought it was a throw. Looks like there must have been something called on Brandenburg for contact. Ball is sent deep towards Christian. Brandenburg misses the header. Rudman gets the header, gets it out of there. Ball goes into Christian on another header from Davenport, stopped in front of the goal. So shot on goal there. Not really hard hit by the Davenport header, so it wouldn't have had much chance to get there, but they had it on line. Graber now kicking with the wind, hits a heck of a ball. Ball goes deep all the way down to Taylor. Taylor fighting in front of the Davenport goal. Now Davenport has it, controls it. Number 21 looking to go to number 6, number 21, Nick Brogini. And Liam Nolan up here. Cale Klein steps in front, takes that ball on the chest and turns the ball back around. Now sends it to Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor gets taken out. And this time I think they're going to call it. Taylor was trying to kick the ball. Davenport made contact below the legs without getting the ball first. Nope, just a throw, no call. Rubber with a throw, throws a nice ball down to Michael Gustafson. Michael trying to control it, fighting with the Davenport. Davenport does take the ball back. Zach Smith now battling. Jeff Rudman and Zach Smith trying to work it back. The ball pops over Jeff's head. Now going deep. They got the Fitzpatrick guy running. Counterline sends it to the side. Jace Brandenburg going for it. Fitzpatrick takes him down. Nice deflection by Jake Counterline as the ball is going towards the goal. Not much happening here. Michael sends it across to Zach. Zach pauses, has a little bit of room. Guiding the ball, running down with it, kicks it to the side, going over to Jack Gustafson. Jack running down the far side. Jack with the ball, out of contact again. Jason Taylor is just getting beat up here. I don't know if there's a call this time or not. But Taylor was taken out again, taking out the legs. He's getting up pretty slow. Remember, Jason had his hamstring injury before. Now he's kind of holding his back. I think he's okay. He's been sitting out a fair amount today, so I'm not sure if that's just a precaution or trying to save him a little bit. But they did call a penalty. So we've got, I'm thinking it's probably Luke. It is Luke Campbell with a direct kick on goal from about, what I can tell, is about the 22. Davenport has their lineup and they're back to the ball, standing in front of him. So here, see what Luke can do with this ball. Luke sends it, just a little bit too much leg there. Luke caught it really full. The ball flew over the net by a good 10 feet, 5 feet. So goal kick coming for Davenport from their end, coming from the south end of the complex, right to Lex on your YouTube dial. For those wondering, we cannot do video from the state tournament. Once you get into the state or districts, the state has the rights for the video. So during regular season, we can play the video and show you at the same time. Once you get to state, there are people that have bought and paid for the right to broadcast the game. And so with those, we cannot do video. We can do the audio. It will be on video. If I remember correctly, I think it's the Field 9 games it'll be on. You can go to the Iowa High School Athletic Association. I think it's IAHSAA, Iowa High School Athletic Association, IAHSAA, and see what games might be on if you're looking for video. Gilbert with the ball now in the Davenport half. Davenport just takes it back. Now to the mid. Sends the ball down to Fitzpatrick. Number 22 against 22. Brandenburg against Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick with the run. Pretty good little play right here. Nicely done and defended by Jake Counterline and Jace Brandenburg running with Fitzpatrick. He is quite a solid player. I don't know. Trent Fitzpatrick, sorry. Had that ball, was able to run down side by side with Brandenburg. They've got similar speed, and those who know the Gilbert team know that Jace Brandenburg is one of the faster people on the defense. So corner kick coming for Davenport. He lobs it to the center. Gets a little bit too deep. Michael Gustafson chasing after it. Now Jake Counterline chasing after it. They try to curl it back to the guy from the corner. He now takes it, tries to recenter it. Does a nice job of kicking the ball through. Jace Brandenburg steps in front, takes the ball off his shoulder. Luke Campbell controls the ball. Now coming out of there, staying on his feet. Sends it across, trying to get it to Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor steps in, takes it. Taken back by Davenport, though. Ball now in about the half. Kicked out of bounds by Davenport. There'll be a throw for Gilbert coming from the far side at the half. At the midfield line. Still 0-0 for those of you, if you're just joining us. 27:36 left in the second half. 0-0. Gilbert with the ball at the half. There's Cale Klein trying to get it to Jason Taylor. Could not get it through the defense of Davenport. Good defense by Davenport there. Defense stepping back up for Gilbert now. Davenport coming the other way. Davenport's had a couple good looks, a couple good runouts today on this half. Gilbert hasn't got a lot going this half. Now sends it across. Tries to go to Michael Gustafson on the outside, coming from Zach. Jack steps in. Jack Gustafson. Now Davenport running back the other way. Michael Gustafson comes, turns it back into Cale Klein. Cale Klein has the ball now in the Assumption half. Sends it deep to JT, headed out by Davenport. JT battling for the ball. Sends it across into the outside now over towards Luke McDonald, number 21 for Davenport has it. Sends it back into the center. Zach Smith trying to get involved, steps in, takes it, tries to get it from Fitzpatrick, can't. Ball is about the midfield, Davenport attacking. Kicked out of bounds, so it'll be a throw for Gilbert. Coming from about the Gilbert side of the midfield. Kenyon O'Brien with the throw. Two subs coming in. Luke Campbell and Jason Taylor getting a break. Carter Weary and Jack Dresser coming in for the Tigers. We've got 26 minutes left. There should be a water break at about 20, so about 6 minutes from now. Kenyon O'Brien with a throw. Deflected back to him, so he kicks it down the sideline. Davenport takes the ball at the midfield. Davenport now on the attack. Davenport at the midfield, sends it back across to the far side. Kenyon O'Brien steps in, kicks it out of bounds. It'll be a Davenport throw coming from about the midfield line. Sam Moore with the throw coming for Davenport. Davenport with control at the mid, sends it back into their zone, back to their goalie actually. Goalie steps up and is going to try to kick it. Gustafson tries to chase it down. Jack Gustafson on this side now, chasing after the ball. Jeff Rudman back on defense. Nice play by Davenport. Gets back to Rudman. Rudman chasing it down. Ball goes at the heel of Brandenburger. They try to forward it. Now I got a chance for Carter Weary. Nope, Davenport has it in front of the net. Cale Klein does a nice job stepping inside, kicking the ball out of bounds. Davenport had a pretty good look coming there until Cale stepped in and took the ball away from their foot. Behind me I can see that Des Moines Christian scored again. They are now up 3-0 against Kelowna. 3-0 with 23 minutes left in their game. We are still 0-0. Ball was in the Gilbert end, just kicked deep to the Assumption end. Goalie picks it up and we'll have a punt coming. He's punting into the wind. We'll see how this goes. Gets it up. Wind kind of knocks it down and chases it to the sideline. Kenyon O'Brien doing battle, sends it back to Jack Dresser. Jack tries to get it to Zach. Zach can't quite control it. Ball now going deep into the Davenport end. They send a deep ball, just a long kick into the goal. Jace Brandenburg sends it back into the Davenport half. Zach Smith with the ball. Sends it wide to Jack Gustafson. Jack Wine kind of corrals it down the sideline, now down to the end line, down near the corner. Turning it, battling hard with the goal. Two defenders on Jack now. One takes it away, kicks it out of bounds, so it'll be a throw coming for Gilbert on the near sideline at the far end of the field. So down in the Davenport half, down near the corner, get two subs coming in, Zach Smith and Michael Gustafson going off. Noah Millhouse is coming in and Brandon Blowbaum comes in. Throw goes to Jack Dresser, deflected out by Davenport. Now about the 20, Brandon Blowbaum takes the ball back, sends it back to Rudman. Rudman looking over the field, sends it across to O'Brien. O'Brien with the ball, takes a look. O'Brien sends it back, tried to get it Brandon, couldn't. Goes to Noah though. Noah sends it back across to Kenyon. Taken away from Kenyon, now at Davenport with the attack. Davenport has the ball at the mid, setting it down. Jace Brandenburg running back, Jake Counterline running back, ball's kicked deep. Brandenburg simply kicks it out of bounds. There'll be a header coming, or a throw coming for Davenport on the far sideline from about the 25. Ball's in front, try to be passed back. Kenyon O'Brien tries to get it, kicks it, and deflected it out off Gilbert, so it'll be another throw for Davenport on the Gilbert end, down around the 18. Subs coming. Michael Gustafson coming in for Noah Millhouse. And Bruce Bitwayaki coming in for number 2, Jack McIntosh for Davenport Assumption. 22:40 left in the half. Throw coming for Davenport on the far sideline. Throws in front of the box. We got a breakaway by Gilbert or by Davenport. Kick goes out of bounds. There'll be a corner coming for Davenport. Had a good look at it. Luckily, a defender was running side by side with the Davenport man as he was coming down the field. Took the kick, deflected off him out of bounds over the end line. So it is a corner coming for Davenport with 22 minutes left in the game. Quickly sets up and kicks it. Ball kicked out by Jack Gustafson. Nicely played by Davenport into the middle of the goal. Gilbert really needs to get one of those on their other end. We're definitely on the Gilbert end of the half and have been playing on the Gilbert end for quite a long time here. Nicely done by Graber. A shot from the far side, about the 25. Graber picks it up easily. Gilbert needs to move the ball to the other end of the field here. Graber with the kick. Deeply goes into the Davenport half. Ball will go to bounds. It'll be a Gilbert throw. So we now are on the Davenport half, about the 35. Throw tries to go down. Can't quite get it to Dresser. So the ball at the midfield. Controlled by Davenport at the moment. Davenport with the ball. Coming to the midfield. Now coming across. Sends one deep. Rudman slows it down. Redirects it back into the midfield. Ball now at the mid again. Davenport with control. Davenport with a long ball. Sends it down to the corner. Just sends it deep, deep, deep. They do have a player coming down in there. He's going to center it into the middle of the field. Fitzpatrick battling for the ball. Redmond battling for the ball. Redmond wins the battle for the header. Klein sends it out. Gustafson trying to get a hold of the ball. Now Davenport with the ball on the near side. Jack Gustafson on defense. They send it back into their zone. Davenport now working the offense. Sends it across to the far side of the field. Taking time to control the ball and set up their offense. Davenport now about the 30. Doing battle over here with Kenyon O'Brien and Davenport. Ball is still controlled by Assumption. Ball sent down. It looks like it's going to go to... I got a call over here. Let's see if I can see what their call is coming for the official. 20 minutes, 18 seconds left here in the half. There's a call going. I think the penalty is going to go against Gilbert, I think. Something about contact, so I think something's going to have a shot, a direct shot to the goal here with 19:59 left. Davenport with a real chance to score here. Quickly sets up and kicks the ball deep. Jake Cowline with the header. Now a call again. I think they're going to call that one against Assumption. Cowline went up for the header and got his legs taken out from underneath him. Inside the box. Graber lays the ball down. With 19:42 left, we're going to take a break. A water break here. They take about 3 to 5 minutes to get everybody water. On the field behind me, Des Moines Christian has scored again. They're now up 4-0 with 19 minutes left in the game. So well in control is Des Moines Christian. On the far field, I can see that it is 2-1. So it looks like Williamsburg has taken the lead over Nevada with 24:19 left. They haven't hit their water break in the second half. 24:19 left. Williamsburg is ahead of Nevada 2-1. Here on our field, it is 0-0. 19:42 left in the second half. We're kind of a TV timeout, a water break timeout for Gilbert and Davenport Assumption. Reasonable game so far. I must admit in the second half, I think Davenport has had the upper hand as far as shots on goal and keeping the ball into the Gilbert end. Hopefully I'm still coming through loud and clear. My number is 515-450-7512. If you can hear me and you can confirm that, that would be great. But I think it was going. It was going early in the game. I shut it down for halftime for a couple minutes while I walked over to get the score from the Iowa City-Regina game. And came back up here live, and everything seems to be working okay as I'm looking at the system here. A very bright field, so what we found is actually works is we set up the equipment under the table. Number one, to keep it out of the heat. Number two, so you can actually see the screen. Because of the brightness of the sunshine, it's almost impossible to see what's going on the screen. So as of right now, I think everything is going okay. Gilbert, hopefully here, will take this break, get a little bit of a recharge going, and get their offense going again. They've been playing good defense against the Knights. But the Knights have had quite a few chances, a number of opportunities, a number of runouts here in the half to move the ball down the field. So hopefully Gilbert can get something going, get a little bit of pressure on the Davenport end. So it looks like almost all the games right now are at the water break. The Nevada game is still going. They have 22 minutes left in the second half, down 2-1. Williamsburg has had 2-1 over Nevada on field number 6. We're playing here on field number 7. And the score right now is 0-0 with 19:42 left. Brilliant sunshine, a few clouds in the sky. Winds coming out of the west, mostly the west, a little bit west-northwest, but blowing almost across on the field. So very little impact on the game as far as it stands today. For those joining us live now, we're broadcasting from County Sports Complex, County Soccer Complex. I guess soccer and baseball. They have baseball, softball on the same road down here, just a little bit earlier. You turn off before you get to the soccer field. And then the soccer pitch has actually got the game going here. Number of fields. A couple of the fields have, kind of full bleachers with some brick around them. Field number 9 is kind of the main one in the complex that has that. Field number 6 also has a bleachers in it. This one has a small bleachers for those familiar with Gilbert, kind of like the Little League baseball fields, about 6 rows of bleachers, maybe 30 feet wide. And then everything else is lawn chairs. So we have a nice gathering of people, nice gathering of fans from both Davenport and from Gilbert here cheering their team on. Davenport in the red and white, red jerseys with white numbers. Gilbert here with the white numbers and white jerseys and black numbers. 19:42 left. The ball right now in the Gilbert end. There'll be a goal kick coming, I think, or it's a free kick coming for the Tigers on their end. Called just as we went into the water break. Jace Brandenburg will take the kick, as he's usually do. So right now in the field we have Luke Campbell, Jason Taylor, Zach Smith, and Jack Dresser in the front line. Cale Klein and Carter Weary at the mid. Jeff Rudman, Jake Counterline, Kenyon O'Brien, and Jace Brandenburg on the defensive end. Jace sends it deep. We're now on the Davenport end. Zach Smith the ball, sends it across, tries to get Jason Taylor. Jason controls it. Jason running to the corner with it now. Turns it back inside. A lot of contact between him and number 21 again. I don't know what the call is going to be. The ball goes out of bounds. I think there's going to be a corner here. Wasn't sure who had it last. They did call a corner, so Luke Campbell will kick the corner from the near sideline on the far end of the field from me. I'm set up on the Gilbert defensive side about the 18-yard line. So it's a good 80 yards for me down to the other end. So Luke with the kick, sends it low into Zach Smith. Contact is made. Ball still in play. Zach Smith centers it. Jack Dresser trying to make the shot. Jack kicks it. Now it goes out of the sideline. Davenport has the ball. A lot of activity with all, like just minor, small kicks inside the goal there, inside the goalie box. Ball goes out of bounds, so Counterline's got it for the throw. Out about the mid. Counterline of the throw down. Davenport takes it, kicks out of bounds. So it'll be another throw for Gilbert on the far end. On the Davenport half. Throw by Rudman and the Taylor, headed out by Davenport. So Rudman gets another chance to do another throw. Zach Smith, Jason Taylor, and Jack Dresser. Throw from Rudman tries to go to Dresser, just a little too high. Dresser couldn't get his head on there. Was trying to header it back into the center of the field. It just went over the top of him, went out of bounds. So it'll be a goal kick coming for Davenport. Going slightly into the wind, low line drive, goes across the field. Davenport has the ball with a long kick now from the half, just sends it deep. Got a gentleman with wheels on the far side, can't quite run it down. That's Bruce Wayaki, who's hustling down there after the ball. Ball going the other way now, Jason Taylor trying to give chase. Ball down to Jason now at the Davenport end. Jason tries to center it, kicks it off Davenport. Goes down, takes the legs out of Carter Weary. Carter chasing after the ball. Davenport still has a long kick towards the center. Jace Brandenburg goes up high for the header, brings it back into the Davenport end. Zach Smith with the ball, fighting with number 10 from Davenport. A lot of control. Zach Smith has it taken away by number 10. Kenyon O'Brien tries to get it back from Davenport, sends it the other way. Carter Weary has it now. Now Davenport gets it back. Zach Smith battling hard. Zach now has the ball, takes it back out of the midfield stripe. Zach sends it, gets his legs taken out. He's down. Getting up slowly. Looks like he might be hurt. Sends it across. Zach is hobbling as he sends. Ball kicked by Davenport into the Gilbert end. Jace Brandenburg deflects it. A lot of contact all the way around here. Jace Brandenburg trying to stay with the ball. Taken back by a added assumption. Jeff Rudman turns it, sends it across. Goes to Luke. Luke tries to send it down the field. Davenport intercepts it at the midfield. Now Luke steps back into it, kicks it down to Dresser. Dresser tries to redirect it on the Davenport half. Seeing about the mid. Davenport with control now. Running at the midfield. Passing it back and forth. Ball now controlled by Davenport. Sends it deep on the left side here. Jeff Rudman steps in, takes the ball away. Nice job by Jeff. Nice read. Jeff looks down, sends it down to Luke. Luke running with the ball. Controls it. Davenport trying to fight it, take it back. A lot of pressure on the sideline. Looks like a throw coming for Davenport. Must have gone off Campbell. Zach Smith is off. I said, mentioned he might have been injured earlier. So sub comes in for Zach. I'm assuming it's Brandon. Yes, Brandon's in. Throw from Davenport. Jeff Rudman headers it back into the Davenport end. Ball goes to Dresser. Dresser goes to Kale. Davenport steps aside, takes it away from Kale. Dresser now with the ball again in the corner. Dresser tries to center it. Goalie goes up for it, can't get to it, goes off his hands. I'm assuming we're going to get a corner out of this. Nice kick by Dresser across the box. Goalie tried to go up high to get it, couldn't control it, went through his hands. Ball goes out of bounds, so we'll have a corner coming for Carter Weary. One of the better chances for Gilbert to score in this half with 15:22 left. Weary to try to send it. Hooks it inside. It doesn't get it up too high. Brandon Blowball gets taken out, but no call again, and Davenport's on a run out. Jake Catiline steps in, tries to take it back. Good hustle by Luke Campbell. Davenport with the ball now on the Gilbert end. Quick reversal. Ball coming in. Gilbert running back on defense. Brandon Blowball is back up again, running after the ball. Jake Catiline on defense. Tries to get it. They're going to call something. No call yet. They're waiting to see if there's an advantage, I think, for Gilbert before they make the call. Ball working down low. Ball is sent out to Jason Taylor. It wasn't a call. Thought the official had his hand up to make a call, considering waiting to see if the play mounted before that happened. They just gave Jason Taylor a yellow card. I don't play enough soccer to know why that was. Jason definitely has his hands out, like I'm not sure what I did. Michael Gustafson will go in for Jason. Jason was just running down after the ball. I'm trying to look down at our coaches to see if I have any indication of what happened there, but I can't tell what happened. They gave a yellow, so Davenport has a free kick there from about the midfield. I honestly don't know what Jake Catiline was mixed up or tangled up with the Davenport guy. Jason Taylor was just running by it. I don't even think Jason was even that involved. So I'm a little confused, but ball's coming down to the Gilbert end. Goes down, Jace Brandenburg sends it back the other way. Michael Gustafson gets it at the midfield. Now we get contact by Jack Dresser. I'd be a little nervous here to make any kind of contact after the last call, but ball now on the the Davenport end. Goes out of bounds to be a throw coming for Gilbert. 14-17 left in the game. Throw to Brandon. Brandon battling with Davenport. Brandon sends it across. Keeper gets it, deflects it, knocks it down, but can't control it before it can be deflected and kicked back in the net. The keeper does pick it up. Throws it across to his player on this near sideline. Sends it up the sideline, goes out of bounds. So Jeff Fredman will have the throw here, just inside where I'm at, near sideline, in the Gilbert half. Throwing it towards the midfield line. Jack Dresser getting a breather. Michael and Jack Gustafson inside. Noah Millhouse in. Long throw down to Brandon. Davenport tries to take it away. Brandon makes contact, keeps the ball. Sends it back to Jeff. Jeff sends it deep, hooks it with the header. Brandon with the ball at the midfield. Brandon sends it down, tries to get it past Jack Gustafson. Davenport tries to send it. Now battling back and forth on the sideline between the two. Jeff Rubman sends it. Brandon Blowbaum battling for the ball. Header goes up, deflected down now into the Gilbert half. Jace Brandenburg with the ball, chasing it to the outside. Jace running with it. Now on the far side of the field, about the midfield stripe. Tries to send it, kicks it off for Davenport. Goes out of bounds. Be a Gilbert throw right now on the far sideline. Throw goes to the midfield. Brandon deflects it back into Noah Millhouse. Noah Millhouse with contact. Gets contacted by the Assumption Knights here. Davenport battling hard. A lot of contact throughout the game. A couple calls here that haven't been made and a couple calls that have been made. Ball now on the far end, the Assumption end. Goes out of bounds. I think we're going to have a throw coming from Jeff Rudman. So throw coming in from Jeff. As we're on the far side of the field, we're down on the Davenport end. Jeff throwing from about the 8-yard line. Throws across, goes in. Noah Millhouse battling for it. Battles with number 19. Davenport wins that battle. Headers it out. Now Davenport with a run out going the other way. Jack Gustafson hustles back, as does Jeff Rudman. Takes the ball away. Battling hard with number 6 from Davenport Assumption. That is Liam Nolan. Davenport with Gilbert with the ball now. Now the ball is controlled by Davenport in their end. Sends it deep to number 6 again. Liam Nolan. Battled by Jeff Rudman. Misses the header. Nolan sends it deep. Has Fitzpatrick running. Takes out Catiline. Catiline gets right back up though and takes the ball back. Gilbert now heading the other way into the Davenport end. Davenport takes the ball back now at the midfield stripe. Davenport with the ball at the midfield stripe, continuing to advance the ball. Hanging at the midfield, passing it back and forth, sending it wide, sending it back forward again. Kind of hanging at the midfield, not a lot going on. Trent Fitzpatrick, who I think is probably their leading scorer, is sitting here back by Jace Brandenburg, just staying onside. So entire shock troops of people coming in for Davenport. 2, 12, and 16 coming in. Jack McIntosh, Mason Olinger, and Peter Schumacher all coming in. Zach Smith comes in for Brendan Blowbaum to give him a blow here. Ball on the far side of the field. There is going to be so the throw goes out to Michael Gustafson. Michael now turns it up the field. Pressure coming. Takes Michael out. Basically runs over him. That was kind of incidental. They called that on Davenport. That'll be a kick for Gilbert. Kale kicks it right away. Sends it deep. Now we got a big rush. Millhouse rushing down the field trying to get to it. A lot of contact again. Millhouse can't control it. Coming back the other way. Zach Smith gets the ball back. Now on the far side of the Assumption field. Down on the far side. Zach Smith puts it down on the corner. He's coming back in, trying to center it. Sends it across into the goal. Goes outside. Outside the net. Nice try by Zach. Zach Smith did an excellent job there. Started the ball inside, took it on the outside, ran all the way deep into the corner. Tried to turn it back in. I think the wind had something to do with that. He tried to curl it back in and center it. Couldn't quite get it center. Went over past the goal. So a goal kick from Davenport comes out to the mid. Battling for it with Kenyon O'Brien and the Davenport Knight. Kick goes off of Cale Klein, deflects it, goes out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be a Davenport throw. Davenport has control on the far sideline. Davenport at the midfield. Sends it across. Gets it through the Gilbert line now. 21 with it for Davenport. Has a man going deep on the far side. This is number 12. He has the ball. Mason Olinger. Jack Guston, nicely done. Takes it away from Mason. Now Jack running with it. Jack sends it deep. He has Michael Guston running. Headed back by Davenport. Substitute by the 13. Takes it back. Jack with the ball again. Looks back to Jeff Rudman. Jeff passes up to Zach. Zach takes a look. Zach now with a run. Sends it wide, trying to get it to Michael. Michael running on his horse, number 13, and Michael both chasing the ball down. The kick goes just long. Be a goal kick coming for Assumption. Subs coming in with 8:57 left in the game. Jason Taylor, his yellow card, his 5-minute time is up. He's back into the game, as is Jack Dresser. So Michael Gustafson and Noah Millhouse will come out as Jack Dresser and Jason Taylor go in. 8 minutes, 43 seconds left in the second half in regulation here at County Sports Complex. Jace Brandenburg will control the goal kick. Oh, bounces away from Jace. Number 16 chasing it down. Nice job by number 16, working hard. Jeff Rubin now taking it up the outside. Jeff sends it across, header back the other way. Nice job by Trent Fitzpatrick taking the ball back, going the other way. Sends it outside, so Assumption has the attack. They're in the Gilbert end. Zach Smith has it, deflects it out. Number 16 from Assumption. Peter Schumacher did a nice job there. Nice goal shot by Davenport from about the 20. Launched that ball, was just a little bit high. Over here, Kristen. Ball goes out into the deep rough again, so now they're trying to find the ball. They bring the ball in from the sideline. Ball is deep, deep, deep in the heavy weeds. So Jace Brandenburg with the goal kick, 0-0, 7:40 left coming out of the Gilbert end. See what Jace can do with the ball. Jace hits it well, headed towards the midfield, going deep. Davenport wins the header contest there. So Davenport now coming back on the attack again on the Gilbert end. Cale Klein takes it back, nicely done by Cale, now heading the other way. Sends the ball down, stolen from Jason Taylor before he can get there. Ball now coming the other way by Davenport, sends it deep. Kenyon O'Brien has it, but then has it lost. Touches it, sends it back to Cale. Cale sends it deep now, going for Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor on the outside, running hard. Jason battling on the far side. A lot of contact. The ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw coming for Gilbert on the far sideline, deep on the Davenport end. You'll be happy to know they did find the ball deep in the weeds, so we're not out of soccer balls in the far end of the field here after all. Throw coming. I think it'll be Carter Weary with the throw. Nope, it's going to be Jack. Oh, it's corner. I'm sorry, I missed that. Looks like a corner. I think it's going to be Jack Dresser that's going to take the corner. So Gilbert gathers by the goal. Opportunity here for Gilbert. We'll see what Dresser can do with the ball. Sets it up. Little short. Didn't quite get enough lift on that ball. Headed out by Davenport. Kale Klein has it. Sends it back a little bit deeper. Got to give credit to number 16 for Davenport. Peter Schumacher is just running around out there, and he's spending a lot of effort and energy not letting Gilbert set up kind of in that deep passing defensive zone where they pass it back and forth to get a good look down the field. Peter is running up and down and kind of disrupting things very well. Throw from Gilbert goes to Zach. Zach Smith to Davenport end. Stolen by Davenport. Kale Klein steps in, sends it back. Jack Dresser with the ball. Jack on the far sideline. Now Jack sends it. Jack is on. Defender on him. Jack tries to send it across the field. Gets taken out. And no call there. I think Jack wanted something. He's running down the sideline. A lot of contact. Kind of had his legs taken out. Goes down. This time it will be Carter Weary again. He'll take the corner kick. Jack now into the center of the field. Hands on his knees. He catches his breath after a pretty good run and attack. Carter lofts it. That's a pretty good ball. A little bit too far from the goal. Goes far enough out that it inadvertently hit Jeff Rudman in the hand. So handball. There'll be a kick coming, free kick coming for Assumption deep in their own end. 5:17 left. It is 0-0 Davenport with Gilbert. Gilbert's had a couple of corners here, a couple of opportunities to do stuff. Haven't quite been able to get that corner the way they have been during the year. Long shot coming here from Davenport. Nicely done. Number 12 gets down to recover it. Jeff Rubman's got to get back. Kale Klein gets it. Oops, sorry. Subs coming in. Jack Gustafson goes out. Luke Campbell comes in. Long throw going in. Jace Brandenburg headers it out. JT Taylor trying to get to it. Good non-call there. Taylor made contact. Was a little bit nervous after his last yellow. That's the last thing he needed to do. Luke Campbell running it out now. Luke tries to center it. Little chip goes through, good to the goalie. Had Dresser, could not quite get it center. Was trying to curl it inside for Dresser, give Dresser a look at it. Punt from the goalie, go to midfield. Controlled by Kale Klein. Kicks it off to Jeff Rudman. Jeff sends it back down, gets the ball over to Luke. Luke Campbell battling with two Davenport Assumption defenders. Takes a look. Sends it across now to Kale. Kale Klein sends it back to Rudman. Rudman goes across, trying to get it across to Weary. Couldn't quite do that. Counterline steps in front of it. Davenport picks it off. Kind of battling for it at the midfield stripe. Davenport with Carter Weary. Ball goes out. Carter Weary with the throw. Ball goes down to Jason Taylor. Jason now on the far end. Tries to center it. Davenport takes it back, heading the other way again. Davenport with a run out. Kale Klein can't quite deflect it. Davenport sends it deep. Jace Brandenburg luckily gets a header on it. Sends it the other way. Fitzpatrick was on a breakaway. Was just onside before the kick and was breaking down until Brandenburg stepped inside. Ball now to midfield. Davenport with the ball. Coming back into the Gilbert zone. Deflected by Kenyon O'Brien. Kenyon O'Brien, a lot of contact between him and the player who had the ball initially. So ball goes deep. Fitzpatrick battling with Brandenburg. Brandenburg turns it back around. Nice job by Jace. Jace sends it up to Carter Weary. Carter Weary sends it over to Zach. Zach Smith looking, sends over to Kale Klein. Still in the Gilbert half. Kale Klein sends it deep to Jason Taylor. Jason can't control it. Gets by everybody though. The goalie comes out of the box. Now Jeff Rudman. Stolen from Jeff. Number 10 from Davenport on a run out. Got a good look at it. Jace Brandenburg back on defense. Jace doing all he can to take it away. Jeff Rudman steps back into it now too. Jace Brandenburg takes it, deflects it off. Ball in front of the Gilbert end. Davenport leaving, trying to get another shot on goal. A lot of battling going on. Jeff Rudman headers it, gets it a little bit farther away. Fitzpatrick with the ball. Jeff Rudman battling Fitzpatrick. Ball goes back deep, about the 25-yard line. Davenport with a straight on look. They have 6 men on to coverage. Kenyon O'Brien steps and kicks the ball out. Davenport still in front of the Gilbert goal. Kale Klein deflects it, sends it out to Dresser. Finally moving it the other way. Sends it deep. Jason Taylor now in a foot race with number 13. Number 13 is going to kick it out of bounds. It'll be a throw for Gilbert. Nice reversal by Gilbert. Nice job by Kale Klein. So the ball is on the far sideline. Throw coming for Gilbert on the far sideline, about the 25-yard line. It was going to be Carter Weary, but now I think it's going to be Kenyon O'Brien with a throw. Kenyon running up to get the ball. 4-0, by the way, for the Des Moines Christian Lions over Kelowna with 1 minute left in the game. So that one looks like it's pretty much over. Nevada is still down 2-1 with 5 minutes left there. It's 2-1 Williamsburg over Nevada. Ball now in the Gilbert end out to the midfield. Gilbert trying to attack. Kale Klein with the ball. Sends it back to Jeff Rudman. Nope, turns it back around the other way. Looks, sends it over to O'Brien. Goes a little bit deep. Callendine runs it down. Ball now on the far side with Jake Callendine. He goes to Kenyon O'Brien. Kenyon O'Brien goes back to Kale Klein. Ball at the midfield stripe. Kale Klein tries to go to Brandenburg. Brandenburg steps up, takes it. Takes a look downside, goes down to Dresser. Dresser redirects it to Jack Smith. Jack Smith tries to get it. A lot of contact. Dresser is down. Call is against Davenport, where the foul was made against Dresser, so Gilbert will have a kick. Coming from about the 35 with 40 seconds left in the game. Gilbert with a free kick coming from about 35 yards out. Looks like it's going to be Kale Klein with the kick. Gilbert makes a break. Kale sends it towards the goal. The keeper makes the catch with 30 seconds left, ball going. Jake Callendine in a battle. Fitzpatrick with the ball. We have 12 seconds left. Contact between Fitzpatrick and Callendine, no call made. Throw goes down into the Davenport end with 4 seconds left, 3 seconds left. Davenport just playing keep away at the moment. We were going to go into overtime. 0-0. Somewhat what you'd expect from the number 4 and number 5 ranked teams in the tournament. Davenport number 5, Gilbert number 4, both with very similar records. We have now played 80 minutes of soccer, 0-0 so far. Should be about a 5-minute, I think, break for the teams now before they go into the overtime. Sudden victory, as they call it. The captains come out for the coin toss. We've got Kale Klein, Joel Starr, and Jason Taylor. And number 9, number 10, number 13 for Davenport. Then is Augustine Rosas, Sam Moore, John Bassier, and Trent Fitzpatrick. So the 4 captains for Davenport come out. The 3 captains for Gilbert come out. Starr, Taylor, and Klein. So they're going to figure out who gets the ball and who gets to defend which goal. So Rosas, Moore, Bassier, and Fitzpatrick come out. So 4:14, break between the end of the second half and the first overtime. Game behind me is complete. Des Moines Christian did win 4-0. 4-0 over the Kelowna Mennonite team. There's 2:18 left in the Nevada-Williamsburg game. Williamsburg is up 2-1 in that game. I don't know if my wife is still listening or not, but I tried to get a drink at halftime, but the line was too long. So if anybody's listening, that I'll pay you for it if you can grab me a Mountain Dew and bring it over here. So the next games are lining up. The next classes are getting ready for their games to be played. So here we are with 3 minutes left. There's a nice breeze. Actually, there's a cloud that just came up, which is nice, kind of covering the sun, making it a little bit better as far as the temperatures and things are concerned here. 2:57 left in the kind of break before the overtime. Reapplying my sunscreen here. If you're standing in the bright sunshine, no real cover on these fields for the players or for the fans. Very bright, very sunshiny. So for those unfamiliar with soccer, the game will go now to an overtime. The team scores. It's sudden victory, so to speak. If you score a goal, the game is over, and the team that scores a goal wins. Same thing is true as far as the second overtime. So if you get through the first 10 minutes without a score, and it's still tied at the end of that, then you go to a second overtime. Same thing for 10 minutes. And at the end of that second overtime, if you still haven't scored, then they go into penalty kicks with 5 players from each team taking a shot. And whoever gets the most penalty kicks will win the game. They don't score in that first set. They go to another set and continue until after that set someone actually has the goals. And then they go to a sudden death one at that time, too, where the next kick actually wins the first one to score before the other. So a little ways to go. So we have a 10-minute overtime coming up. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. Quite the breeze blowing. Now out of the west, keeping it cool. I'm watching down the field. I see the game just went final. Williamsburg did beat Nevada 2-1. Look, that was a very good game. Celebration from the Williamsburg team and disappointment from the Nevada team. We have 1 minute left in our break before the first overtime starts up. The first 10-minute sudden victory overtime. The game tied here between Davenport Assumption and Gilbert. The referees have taken the field with about 35 seconds left on the clock as far as the break between the games. Gilbert now starting to walk out. And the Knights walking out. So Gilbert will be defending the north end. Davenport is heading towards the south end. So on your YouTube dial, Gilbert's defending the left end. They're defending the left goal. Sitting up on the left side of the dial. On the right side of the dial, the Davenport Assumption is going out onto the field. Gilbert will start with Christian Graber in goal. Jake Callaline and Jace Brandenburg on the D middle. Kenyon O'Brien and Jeff Redmond on the outside defensive line. K.O. Klein and Zach Smith at the mid. Carter Weary, Luke Campbell at the outside mid, and Jason Taylor and Jack Dresser on the front line. Davenport now has control of the ball at the midfield, sending it down. Jeff Redmond steps in, takes it away. Nicely done by Jeff. A lot of contact between him and number 21, between the two fighting. Jeff sends it into the midfield. Ball's going through. Davenport wins it back. Now they're heading down into the end. Fitzpatrick trying to make a run out. Graver steps up, takes the ball down. Nicely done by Davenport. Number 10 from Davenport sends the ball down to his kind of team leader, Trent Fitzpatrick. Number 10, Jose Martinez. Sent it deep, just a little bit too deep, and Graber's able to take it. So we're now with Gilbert controlling the ball at the mid. Davenport takes it away, though. Davenport with the ball at the midfield. Moving towards the Gilbert end. Moving right to left on your YouTube dial. Jeff Redmond steps in, takes the ball away. Now Jeff on a run out on the far side. Jeff running down the sideline. A lot of contact here again. Jeff sending it into the center. Tries it, deflected by Davenport. Gets the ball to deflect off of Davenport players, so Gilbert will have a corner kick coming from Luke Campbell. Kicking from the near to me, far side of the field, so far right-hand corner here. So Luke Campbell with the kick. Gilbert gathers. Good opportunity for Luke. Luke lofts it nicely. A little bit too deep. Set about Jason Taylor battling. Does a couple of headers. Sends it the other way. There's a little volleyball on the header side going right now in front of the Davenport goal. Davenport just clears it as hard as they can. Caroline takes it. Caroline steps up. Sends it back to Luke. Luke now sends it back and goes the other way. Puts the ball towards the goal. Keeper takes it. Not really a shot on goal as much as a loft towards the goal. Davenport now with the kick. Davenport kick goes out to the mid. Fitzpatrick has it. Tries to header it. Brandenburg behind him. Davenport does control it. Carter Weary takes it away, though. Zach Smith, a lot of pressure on him. Taken away from Zach by number 9. Jace Brandenburg fighting with Fitzpatrick for the ball. 22 against 22. Brandenburg does a nice job. Tries to send it. Uh-oh. Davenport has a look at it. O'Brien kicks it out of bounds. There'll be a throw coming for Davenport from the far side, about the Gilbert 20. So we are in the Gilbert end with a throw coming for Davenport Assumption. Heading right to left on your YouTube dial. So the throw comes to the far sideline. Guy's able to get in behind Zach Smith. Zach battling. Sends it back out to his player. Kick goes towards the goal, kind of a high lofty shot. Never really got towards the goal as much. Graber's able to control it. So Graber with the kick. Graber gets a nice one with the wind blowing. Goes towards Dresser. Dresser can't make contact. Ball kicked out of bounds by Davenport. Will be a throw coming for Gilbert at about the midfield stripe. So Carter throws the ball deep. Goes down in front of Dresser. Dresser doing battle for it. Davenport will kick it out again. Carter Weary will have another throw coming. Carter Weary with the throw for the Tigers. Heading towards the Assumption goal. Ball goes to Zach. Zach goes back to Carter. Carter with the ball kicks it downfield to Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor tries to center it again. Kicks it up off the Davenport guy, and we'll have another corner coming for the Tigers. Well played by Jason Taylor. It'll be Luke Campbell with the kick. See if we can get the right distance on here. We're a little bit high for Gilbert and a little bit low for Gilbert. Haven't had that perfect ball yet tonight. So hopefully we can get that ball into the air on the cross here. So here comes the corner from Campbell. The ball's up. That's actually a really nice kick. A little high. Oh, header goes through. Nice try. Redmond goes up high and can't quite turn it in. That was a good ball. Probably on the back half of the net. Past the midfield. Redmond had a great look at it as it went by. Just went off the head. Couldn't quite get it redirected into the net. Went just wide of the net to the right. Goal kick coming for Davenport. Nice goal kick. Line drive goes deep down the field. Counter line steps up, tries to get control of it. Brandenburg has it, sends it deep, going towards Jason Taylor. Headed out by Gilbert or by Assumption. Zach Smith with the ball, takes a shot. Oh, Zach Smith off the top of the crossbar. That was close. Zach Smith took a shot from the 25-yard line, right on line. If it's 6 inches lower, we're going home. Now Davenport with the run out going the other way. Davenport kicks it out, and they say Davenport didn't kick it out. So it went off Gilbert. So Davenport with the throw on the far sideline. Ball goes out of bounds after the throw. A couple kicks. Kenyon O'Brien with it. Shot by Zach Smith. Hit the crossbar. Jason Taylor then tried to follow up with the header. Couldn't quite do it. Jack Dresser sends it down. Ball gets away. Now Davenport has control in their end. Jason Taylor hustling back. Cale Klein trying to get the ball. Cale does have the ball now. Dresser and Taylor and Klein heading down the field. Klein running out. Slide tackle by Davenport. Takes the ball away. Going the other way. Zach Smith trying to get the ball. Luke Campbell's going to get the ball. Cale Klein in and not now. Luke Campbell sends it back the other way. Taken back by Davenport. Davenport sends it wide. Jeff Redmond coming across. Redmond sends it deep back to number 6. Jace Brandenburg. Nice job by Brandenburg to get the ball out of here. Redmond sends it back to Zach Smith. Zach Smith controls it. Looking for a player. Zach takes it wide. Sends it across to Kenyon O'Brien. Kenyon goes to Cale. Cale can't quite control it. Davenport with the ball at the mid. Davenport now on the attack inside the Gilbert zone. Sends the ball deep to Trent Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick tries to turn it back. Gets the ball out. Jake Counterline is able to send it back the other way off Fitzpatrick. A little frustration from Fitzpatrick there. I thought he had a pretty good look at that. I'm not sure what he was upset with his team about, but Fitzpatrick had the run. Looked pretty good. Maybe he was looking for more people to come down the field with him. So I have a goal kick coming here by Jace Brandenburg. Jace going to send it deep. Nice ball by Jace. Carry, baby. Ball get the head. Austin wins the battle on the Knights on the header. It's a nice kick by Brandenburg, but the Knights control it. Davenport with the ball at the mid. Davenport sending it down the field to Fitzpatrick. Jake Counterline trying to take it away. Counterline does take it away. Sends it back to Jack Dresser. Jack pops it up deep, trying to get it to Taylor. Taylor chasing down Davenport Assumption. Taylor has the ball. Now Assumption takes the ball back. Kick goes by. Kenyon O'Brien comes up, gets it, sends it back to Carter Weary. Carter Weary on the far side, kicks it into the center of the field, trying to get it to Jason Taylor. It does get through. The keeper comes out sliding for it and is able to get there just before it leaves the box. Nice job by the keep coming out to get that ball. Another stride by Taylor. He gets that ball and gets it. Luke Campbell now to take it. Luke sends the ball from the goalie back the other way. Assumption with the ball heading into the Gilbert end now. They're back, and they're back deep. Christian Graver kicks the ball out of the goal. Davenport now coming the other way again. Davenport has the attack. Davenport on the Gilbert end, sending the ball to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick looking for the defense. Sends it across to their man. Jake Callahan goes. Callahan takes it away. Nicely done in the box. Looked like it was going to go the other way. Luke Campbell fighting with the ball for number 9. Luke sends it down. Nice job by Luke. Can he keep it in bounds? No. Goes out of bounds on the Davenport half. Throw coming. Jack Gustafson is coming in. He's going to give Carter Weary a breather. 1:58 left in the first overtime. 1:55. Throw coming for Davenport. Deep throw down the line, trying to get it through. Jeff Rubman collides with it. Makes contact with the hand by mistake. So Davenport will have a ball about the 45 with a free kick. With 1:35 left. Davenport lines up quickly. He got the ball, kick from number 13, sends a deep ball across the formation, sends it wide, nice high header, almost goes in. Graver with the Cats and the save. Nice free kick by Davenport, nice header by them. Graver with a good kick. Heads down, Jason Taylor with the ball, now sending it the other way. Jack Dresser trying to outrun him. Jack Gustafson can't get there. Jack Dresser hustles back. Jack with the ball, looking with who he can send it to for Gilbert. Goes back to Kenyon O'Brien. Back at the midfield. Kenyon goes to Zach. Zach can't control it. Goes wide. Sumption has the ball. Sends it across. Now on the sideline. Coming down the near sideline is Davenport. Sends it down to Fitzpatrick on this side. Fitzpatrick turned to Jason Brandenburg playing defense on him. He's offsides. Yep. Number 16, I complimented him earlier, Peter Schumacher, on being good on defense. He was just offside there. Fitzpatrick sent him a ball. If he's not offsides, he has a really good chance at that. But he got just in front. Brandenburg with the kick then from the outside, sends it deep. Taylor goes up high to get the header, sends it over to Luke Campbell. Luke battling for the ball between him and Davenport. Davenport goes to Rudman. Rudman with the header. Can't quite get there. Schumacher kind of deflects him. Little pop goes. Call goes against Fitzpatrick. He and Brandenburg are battling for a header here. So Brandenburg sends a deep ball, nice ball, way down the field. Zach Smith controls it. Zach sends it. Goes outside to Jack Dresser. Jack Gustafson, sorry. Jack running down the far sideline. There's the time. That is the end of the first overtime. We're still sitting 0-0. 0-0 at the end of the first overtime. Just heard the referee say, I think, 2 minutes this time for the break in between the first overtime and the second overtime. Both teams looking a little bit tired here. It is a hot day. I haven't brought up my AccuWeather scan to tell you what's going on, but we'll see if we can do that now in the 2 minutes in between. Bright sunshine, bright blue skies here. Just a limited breeze coming out. It is 90 degrees, it says. Feels like 93. And a wind at about 10 miles per hour. So 93 degrees feels like, 90-degree temperature. And I would believe that. It is quite warm. Very little breeze coming. So the Davenport Assumption Knights, the Gilbert Tigers, have played to a 0-0 tie through 90 minutes of game time. 1 minute left in the break between the first and the second overtime. Those change halves this time, so Gilbert will be defending the south side. Davenport will be defending the north side here. I am set up on the far left-hand side of the field, down around the 20, I would call it, on the near sideline here, on the west side of the field as I'm looking east. And so Gilbert will be down on the right-hand side, on the southern side, the right side of the field from me, and the far end. And Davenport will be on this end, so hopefully I'll get a good view here as Gilbert comes down this way and tries to score. If you've just joined me, Des Moines Christian did win 4-0 over Kelowna. Nevada lost 2-1 to Williamsburg. And as best I know, Iowa City Regina was up 2-0 as well in their game at half. I have not heard how that game ended up, but I'm pretty confident it probably ended with Iowa City continuing to hang on to win that game, being the favored seed. So we sit here at 0-0. Davenport Assumption, the 5th-ranked team in the tourney. Gilbert, the 4th-ranked team in the tournament. And we are at 0-0 after 90 minutes of play. So Gilbert for the second overtime will start with Jack Dresser and Jason Taylor at the front line as the strikers. Carter Weary and Jack Gustafson on the front line on the outside. Got Kale Klein. I think it's Brandon. I'm trying to look around Kale. In the center. So Jack and Jason, Carter, and Jack Gustafson. So Jack Dresser, Jason Taylor, Carter Weary, Jack Gustafson, Brandon Blowbaum, Kale Klein, Kenyon O'Brien, Jeff Rudman, Jace Brandenburg, Jake Caroline, and in goal we still have Christian Graber. Gilbert has the ball to start the overtime, sends it back to Kale Klein. Kale Klein now moving with the ball. Crosses the center, sends it to Jason Taylor. He's attacked by a defender who steps up there to get it. Kale sends it over to Jack Gustafson. Jack has control. Sends it deep now to Jack Dresser. Jack Dresser right on the sideline. Assumption with control. Jack fighting for it. Jack gets it, sends it back. Sends the ball across. Kenyon O'Brien stops the ball going down the field. Gilbert on the attack. Ball going down towards the end. Ball goes out of bounds in the end line. There'll be a goal kick coming for Assumption. That ball almost worked perfectly by O'Brien. Just about died as it left his foot. Almost died in the end line. 9 minutes left in the second overtime. Gilbert Assumption 0-0. Goal kick comes. A little bit low, tapped by 16, Peter Schumacher. Nicely done. Brandenburg sends it the other way. Now Assumption's battling for it. Jack Gustafson trying to get to Kent. Assumption sends it the other way. Gets it past O'Brien. Jake Caroline now back on defense. Brandon Blowbaum sends it outside. Kenyon trying to look and get it to Jack Gustafson. He can't, though. Knights have it. Now to the Gilbert end. Davenport with control. Settling the ball down. Kicking it down in the other end. Blowbaum kicks it deep down. Tries to get it across. Does. Taylor sends it out. Taylor goes to Dresser. Dresser pops it up going down the sideline. Taylor coming back. Dresser tries to send it for the sideline. Kicks it off of. Jason Taylor has the ball. Jason with a chance. Jason with the cross. Goes to Gustafson. Yes! Jack Gustafson with the header! Nice play by Jason Taylor. Sends the ball across. Jack Gustafson gets to the left side and headers the ball into the goal. Thank you, Mr. Rudman. Bobby Rudman here. Great play by that. They broke it back the other side. Kept the ball in control. Sent it across by Jack Dresser. Kept it alive. Moved to the outside. Jason Taylor then picked it up on the outside. Sent it back across. Jack Gustafson coming down the left-hand sideline. Headers the ball into the goal. And Gilbert scores with 8:30 left in the second overtime to end the game. Excellent game, excellent play there by Gilbert. Excellent game, what a battle by Davenport Assumption. I would say that Davenport had the better of the game in the second half. Really had the attack, really had the ball going, had Gilbert on their heels most of the second half. Really in the overtime, Gilbert kind of set up another notch, another level. Got a couple of corners, got a little bit more aggressive going there. So you feel sorry for Davenport. What a heck of a game they played. What a battle that they went through to keep this game going. Just bad luck on the goalie there. He went wide with Jason Taylor. Thought Taylor might try to take that direct shot. Taylor did not try to take the shot on goal. It was kind of a tough angle from the far side of the field. Taylor able to deflect that ball, then send it long back across the thing, and Jack Gustafson, having stayed at the home, came back in from the left-hand side, went down the line, and dropped that ball in. So that is the score here at the end. Good job, Tigers. I had to pause for a second. Bobby Rubin was kind enough to bring me a water bottle since I was dying over here. So here you are. That is at the end of the second overtime with 8 minutes, 30 seconds left. Gilbert is able to take a ball across from Jason Taylor going across the formation. Jack Gustafson slides in back on the backside as the goalie tried to follow the kick coming from Taylor, looking as if he'd take a shot at the goal. Taylor crosses it. Gustafson comes to the backside as the goalie tried to follow along with the ball. Gustafson able to header it in, catch it in the upper left-hand corner of the net. Very well played by Gustafson. Very well played by the Tigers to pull that one out. So the Tigers will win that game. The game ends at 1-0 in overtime. Gilbert scoring. Gilbert will now go on, having won that game, Their next, the advantage of winning that one, I guess, is you get the number 1 seed. So Gilbert will play Iowa City Regina tomorrow at noon on field 9. So Iowa City Regina, well, I'm making the assumption Iowa City Regina was up 2-0 over Trainer when I looked at halftime. I'm assuming that score was maintained. So Regina, I'm assuming the winner over Trainer. Gilbert at noon tomorrow. I hope he broadcasts it again. I'll work with Troy Stout to get that set up again. We'll see if Trent or Troy or someone wants to broadcast with me. But hope to bring you this game again, the state champion or the state semifinals tomorrow from noon here from County Sports Complex here in Des Moines, Iowa. A 93 degrees sunshine and a beautiful day to be a Tiger today as they hang on to win in overtime with 8:30 left in the second overtime, able to take a header in off the post to score and to win 1-0 Gilbert. This is Pat Starr. All my thanks to Trent Becker and Troy Stout and Tim Bazzetti and the staff at Gilbert for all their support for allowing us to do this. My congratulations to the Gilbert Tigers for battling through and winning that game. And I'm signing off now from County Stadium, County Sports Complex in Des Moines, Iowa. Gilbert Tigers 1, Davenport Assumption Knights 0.